Hi! Today is going to be another theatre video because I can't seem to stop doing theatre videos recently. So a while ago I did a video where I put book titles in a hat, or well, a mug, and I had to pick two out and then kind of pick between them. So it was kind of like a smash or pass type thing, but with some of my favourite books. So I thought I would do that again today, but with theatre shows. I've seen so many theatre shows that I just adored, and I thought it would kind of be impossible if I had to try and pick between them. So that's what I'm gonna do, because clearly I like torture. So I have theatre shows in a mug. It's a magical mug that contains many theatre shows. They're all going on inside this mug. So I'm gonna pick out two from here, and then I have to kind of do a smash or pass type situation. So basically the one that I don't pick out of the two that I pick out is one that I can never see again. I can never listen to it again, never talk about it again. It's like it doesn't exist. But the other one I can watch as many times as I want and still listen to the cast recording and stuff. So this is going to be brutal if I get two of my like ultimate favourite shows and I have to pick one that I can never listen to or watch ever again. I mean, this isn't actually gonna happen, so it's just I'm the most indecisive person in the entire world, so this is gonna be fun. If you saw my book one, there was so much kind of deliberating between which one I would pick, and I find it so hard. So let's pick the first two. It's so nerve-wracking and I don't know why. So we have Waitress and Amelia, the play. It's funny, I actually saw these on the same weekend. I think I actually saw them like one after the other, like on the same day. I think this is quite an easy one for me actually to start with. Waitress I loved, like I love the story and the music and everything, and like the whole production is just so colourful and fun. I posted my review on my blog actually quite recently. But Amelia is one of those shows that I didn't know anything about before I went in to see it, and I came out feeling so empowered. It's one of those big kind of women's empowerment shows, and it just makes you feel incredible, and it's so funny. Oh, it's not musical theatre. I think it might be the only one on this list that isn't a musical, but I just love it so much. So I'm gonna go with Amelia. Next, we have Starship, which is by Team Starkid. It's all entirely online. If you want to watch it, you should. It's great. Or, I bet we're going to have another Starkid one now and I'm going to have to pit them against each other. No, we have Hair, the musical. See, this was harder than the last one. Starship is so much fun. It's probably one of my favourite Starkid musicals, because I just love the story and the songs are just great. But Hair is also like one of my favourite shows ever. I've only seen it once and I desperately want to go and see it again. The number of times I've mentioned it to people where I'm just like, oh my god, if Hair does another tour, or if I can go, if it like comes back in London or whatever and I can go and see it, then I would be there straight away. And also Hair is one where I've listened to the soundtrack, like the cast recording, a lot. I think it's consistently in my like most played albums on Spotify. But Starship I can sit and watch over and over again. Like I would happily put it on again and I would still adore it. Oh my god, I didn't know this would be so hard. I'm literally just standing here trying to picture them both in my head and just like, which one makes me happiest? They're both so good. I've got one and I'll explain my logic. I think I'm gonna go with Hair. As much as I loved Starship, Starkid have so many musicals. Like they've got a whole bunch of musicals and they're all available on YouTube to watch. I've seen it probably like 5 times or something. But if I want to watch a Starkid show, I could just watch one of their many other shows that are like freely available. So I feel like it wouldn't hurt so much for me to not be able to watch Starship. Maybe. Whereas Hair, I just adored it. I just loved it so much, and I love listening to the soundtrack because it just makes me so happy. So I'm gonna go with Here, the musical. Next, we have, oh god, okay, I know this is gonna be difficult already, unless the other one is super easy. Dear Evan Hansen, or The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, which is another Star Kid show. Why does it keep putting one of my favourite shows against a Star Kid show? Okay, I think, I'm really sorry Star Kid, I keep bumping all your shows off, but I'm gonna go with Dear Evan Hansen. I love that show. I've never actually seen the show because it hasn't come to London yet. It only opens like next month in London, but I will be hopefully seeing it at some point next year. I have listened to that cast recording about 1,000,000 times. It's one of those cast recordings that I can just put on and it's so fun and jolly. Like, every song is just a bop. Not every song, some of them are maybe not, but and like, I've read the book adaptation of it, which I just really liked, and I also love the cast members. So like Ben Platt played Evan Hansen to start with, and I just adore Ben Platt. Like, I'm so in love with him. And then currently playing Ben Platt, currently playing Evan Hansen on Broadway is Andrew Barth Feldman, who is just incredible. Like, I just idolise that kid so much. He's like 17 and he is the most talented person I feel like I've ever seen. So because I just love the cast so much, and like right now as well, Andrew Feldman is doing a series of like behind the scenes vlogs on the Broadway.com YouTube channel. Those are so fun to watch, and like he's just so funny. Dear Evan Hansen is definitely the show I'm gonna go with here. As much as I love The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, it's such a good show, and again, I might just go with the same logic of there's so many cool Star Kid shows you can watch, and they're constantly making new shows as well. So Dear Evan Hansen is the answer for that one. Next, this is the last but one. We have Come From Away, which earlier this week I just posted my review of this show and I'm wearing the t-shirt. So clearly I like this show a lot. If you haven't seen my review of this show, go back a couple of videos and watch it if you're interested, because I am just kind of flailing about the show and how much I love it. And that is against... Oh, no! I knew this was going to happen at some point, that I'd have two of my ultimate favourite shows paired up against each other. Next to Normal. So I've got Come From Away versus Next to Normal. Oh my god. I thought the others were hard. I knew this. When I wrote them down and put them in the mug, my first thought was, I bet I'm going to get a couple that are going to be like my top favourites. This is the problem with me only doing this with like my favourite shows, is that they're going to be against each other at some point. Okay, so I may be wearing the t-shirt, and this is another, the Come From Away recording is another one that is consistently in my top played on Spotify. I've listened to it so many times, probably more than Dear Evan Hansen, and I've like danced around to it in my lunch breaks, and it's just so much fun. But Next to Normal, I always feel like, even though I have never seen Next to Normal, and it kind of pains me that I will probably never see Next to Normal because it was on Broadway in like 2007, it just has a special place in my heart, and I don't know why. I don't know why I love it so much. Like, for a show that I haven't seen actually live, like I've only listened to the cast recording a bajillion times, and it stars Aaron Tveit, who I'm just so in love with. I basically came across this show when I saw Aaron Tveit in Les Mis, and then I started finding out, I like loved his voice in the song that he did, so I started finding out all of the different things he's done in the past, like typical stalker teenager. and came across Next to Normal, and since then, so it's been like 8 years or something, I have adored the show. I've kind of read different people's articles where they analyse the themes, and I think I know all of the songs, like every single word of every song. It's just so special to me. I just love it so much. If it ever comes back, I would cry, especially if they brought it to the UK. I would actually sob. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Next to Normal. I'm so sorry, Come From Away. I feel like a bit of a traitor saying that I would not ever watch it again when I'm wearing the t-shirt, but I just love Next to Normal so much. And yeah, I'll just stop rambling about Next to Normal. So we have the last two. I can't remember what these are. I think there's another Star Kid show in here. I have to pick Star Kid, surely. I've thrown away 2 Star Kid shows already. So yeah, we have Firebringer, which is another Star Kid show that I love. And then... okay, we have 2 Star Kid shows against each other. I didn't realise I put 4 Star Kid shows in. My god. No wonder they kept coming up. So the other one is The Trail to Oregon versus Firebringer. For me, this is a really easy one to end on. Firebringer is great, but I love The Trail to Oregon. Yet again, it's another one of the albums that I listen to so much on Spotify. It's just so fun. It's another one that you can't help just kind of like start dancing to. I don't know what that dance was. That was like a proper dad dance. So yeah, Firebringer is really cool, and I love the songs. Like, the music in it is so different to all the other Star Kid shows, but I just love The Trail to Oregon, so I'm gonna go with that. If you want to watch any of these shows, by the way, if you want some new shows to watch, then Star Kid have all of their shows up on their YouTube channel. You can just watch the entire show for free. So there you go. Let me know if you agree with any of mine in the comments, or if you want to play this game for yourself, then tag me, let me know that you've done it, because I'd love to see which ones come up for you, and if you have a hard time choosing like I've had with some of mine. I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!